Hi, I am making a libido boosting elixir this morning. Whenever we have an elixir, we want a base, which can be a nut milk or a tea. We want a healthy fat. And then we also want some herbs and things for whatever we're trying to balance. And then we want some flavorings. So today I'm starting with a cup and a half of white tea. I just have a white tea bag here. This is a cup and a half. And so that is my base, my tea. For my healthy fat, I want some flax seeds. So this is a ground flax seed. I'm going to put a tablespoon of ground flax seed. Now, I buy the flax seed whole, and I keep it in my freezer, and then I just grind some in my coffee maker, and I stick that in the freezer as well so that it doesn't go rancid. The oils are so delicate, they easily go rancid, so we want to keep them in a cold place. So then for my flavorings, I like almond milk, and so I'm going to be using a tablespoon of almond butter. Let's see if I can get that off of there. And so that kind of adds to my base, but it also adds to flavoring. And I'm going to add a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, which is also another healthy fat, and it's very high in zinc, and zinc is wonderful for testosterone. It's wonderful for sperm production if you're looking for fertility. I'm trying to think of what else. It's just very important for helping to balance your healthy fats. All right, so then for my other flavorings, I want to add some lohan. So lohan is a sugar substitute. You can see it's brown. It is not white. Lohan is monk fruit, but you can see this is the processed monk fruit. It is not a highly processed food. It is the dried and ground lohan. So when you're buying something like monk fruit, lohan, stevia, any of those, they are not white. They should not be white when you purchase them. So I'm going to put about 1/4 of a teaspoon of lohan just for a little bit of sweetness, and about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, just to make it taste delicious. You could add some cinnamon. That would be great too. Okay, so there are my flavorings. Now I'm going to add my herbs. I have maca root here. This is maca root powder. I'm going to add a teaspoon of maca. This increases sex drive. It's very high in vitamins and minerals. It helps with fertility. It helps with erectile dysfunction. It supports the adrenals and helps to balance the hormones. It is an adaptogen, which means it helps you to adapt to stressors and things like that. So next I'm going to add cardamom, and I have this cute little cardamom dispenser. And so I'm going to put in about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. I like a little bit of flavor, but I don't really want to taste it. It works with the maca root, and it has been used for centuries as an aphrodisiac. Next, I have ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is one of my favorite adaptogens. Now, it is from the nightshade family, so if you have problems with nightshades, then you want to avoid ashwagandha. Which, I forgot my medical disclaimer, I'm not giving any medical advice today. These are just herbs. It's information for you to explore and continue your education. So ashwagandha helps to increase sexual energy, and it's also very calming and helps to balance the adrenals. So I just did 1 dropper full of ashwagandha. Euluthero, another adaptogen that's very calming. It can be invigorating without being stimulating. So it's not like a caffeine or something like that. And so I love Euluthero. It just helps with hormone balance. I'm going to put in about 1/2 teaspoon. I don't really love the flavor, but our other flavorings will cover it up. And then I have Quai. So Quai regulates estrogen. It helps with liver detoxification. It's very high in vitamins and minerals like vitamin E and vitamin A. It's wonderful for premenopausal and menopausal symptoms like hot flashes and dryness and mood swings. But it's something that if you do want to use Quai, you want to use it longer term. So it's not going to take it today and you're going to feel better today. You may, but it's going to take a couple of weeks of taking it regularly. And then I have red clover. Red clover is another one of those wonderful herbs. It is in my jar. Here it is. So you can see this is not a powder. This is the actual herbs. And so you can get a powder or a tincture. But I use it mostly in like cancer formulas and things like that because it is so high in vitamins and minerals. But it boosts mood, and studies have shown that it greatly helps with hot flashes. 8-week studies have shown significant improvement in menopausal symptoms. And so I'm just going to put in about a half to a teaspoon of red clover. And the last thing I'm going to add is some pomegranate powder. Did you know you can buy pomegranate powder? You could also put pomegranate seeds or a little bit of pomegranate juice, but that's just to help to boost nitric oxide, which expands the arteries and increases blood flow to all of your sexual organs. If you saw the Game Changers movie, it was a lot about nitric oxide and helping with erectile dysfunction and things like that. So I'm going to put in about a half a teaspoon of pomegranate powder. All right, so now I'm going to blend this all up. I had some water in my lid. I'm going to blend this all up. Okay, so I wanted to blend it all up, blend it really well because we did have the seeds in there. I had some of those herbs and I don't want any of those. I mean, that's kind of weird to have those stuck in your teeth. That's not going to help with what we're doing here, is it? All right, so I'm going to pour it in. You can see that creamy white color. It's nice and warm and comforting. You can even sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon on top if you want to. Anyway, this is my libido boosting elixir. If you make this, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know too. Please like and share my videos, subscribe to my channel, and enjoy.